Welcome to Digital Innovators. My name is David Drake. We're here at NASDAQ Studios, it's right in front of Times Square, and it's always a pleasure to be in the same room that CNBC airs. I like the background. Today, we have the CEO of MMX Token talking about what they're doing with celebrities and influencer marketing. His name is Dallas Santana. Pleasure to have you here, Dallas.
All right, David, it's great to be here.
Are you excited to be at Times Square?
Yeah, absolutely. Producing television programs for the last 20 years, to be sitting here in Times Square on the other side of the camera, it's interesting. And it's really what's motivated me even with the company MMX. I've learned a lot in media and television over the last 20 years in this space here, broadcasting programs around the world with major networks and sports and entertainment. And the thing that's changed in our industry, the dirty little secret, is that the revenues are down in the industry with advertising because social media. Social media is the phenomenon of individual empowerment, and we are going to capitalize on that. We're capitalizing on that in MMX because we're giving the fans the rewards and having a technology to track their sharing. For instance, this past week there was a fabulously successful movie that was launched on the internet, and you see all of the people commenting about the movie, and they're not getting rewarded to do that. They're the ones that are really pushing this entire movie process along to a viral campaign, and we recognize that they're the ones that should be getting rewarded. So that's what we're reversing with MMX. We're creating a platform so that individual fans can come in, they can watch a movie, and when they share that movie with their friends and their peers, they get rewarded for that. And it's a tracking system that rewards them with a token, a utility token experience. Same thing in the sports industry. You have right now the playoffs that are going on right now. We have lots of people that have opinions about the teams, and they're commenting on social media about it and all the different platforms, but they're not getting rewarded for that. And they have a lot to say. I respect fans. Their opinions matter in this industry, whether you're in the movie industry or the social media industry or you're in the sports industry. They matter. So we built a platform where fans are given the power back in their hands. They will be rewarded. And as you know, David, they're also upset in this industry on social media about privacy.
Yeah.
Okay?
But on that note, don't you feel social media has gone too far and become a little jaded? It's almost like, we need to go back to interacting social networks and maybe take a step back. In the early days, it was nice to see what people were commenting. You had a community of talking to each other.
Right.
Now it's just bombarded of news that, things that you may not want to hear about. So, is it going to be a point in the future where that's going to have to step back a little bit?
Well, the truth of the matter is that fans for a long time, we call them fans, viewers, for a long time didn't know that their information, even from some of the TV platforms themselves, the actual television set, were sharing their information, their habits with advertisers. So what we're planning on doing in MMX is taking that information, giving the fan the option of sharing that information, and if they do share it, it's locked up, it's encrypted, and they get rewards in it. So there is an attitude, like you said, I think you used the word jaded, right? I do believe, we deal with social media influencers. It's the foundation of our entire company at MMX, and we do believe that talking to the influencers out there, that there is a jaded attitude. It's about how people feel about different industries that come along, and they resent it right now. So we believe that there's a tremendous opportunity to take this and turn it around where the fans are given back their privacy rights, they're rewarded if they do want to share that data, and they also get involved in the entertainment process and the sports process to be rewarded. And some of these fans can even get a voting system so that they can even be elevated to even be here hosting programs, hosting television shows, hosting award shows, and so forth. So that's a bit about MMX.
Well, as we're going to wrap up and have you on the show is always a pleasure. I want to have you here again and talk a little more about the things you're accomplishing. What I want to find out, what do we see in the future in this space? And you work also with celebrities, not only influencers, real celebrities. So what are the three things that you see in the future in the industry that you're in, and what are you going to enjoy the most?
Well, I love working especially with celebrity athletes, NFL players, NBA players, professional racing teams that I've worked with over the years, and Indy and NASCAR and so forth. And the same thing happens with athletes that happens to fans, where they have an identity and an image that belongs to them. But what ends up happening is that they don't necessarily reap all of the rewards and benefits because they're restricted to their contracts and agreements with the teams and so forth. So in this space of creating tokenization of their identity, they will have the authority and the power at the time that they even enter into space to control that identity and image through the power of the blockchain and monetize that as well in the future. So this is really exciting. Athletes are excited about this. Celebrities are excited about this because it's putting the real authority back into individual hands.
Correct.
Instead of just networks and the multi-billion-dollar conglomerates.
I think that privacy issue is very important in this market.
Absolutely.
Dallas, thank you for coming in for MMX Token. My name is David Drake, and this is Digital Innovators.